Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to AiZen Tools. In this video, we're going to be exploring
PokeeClaw is a zero-setup enterprise secure AI agent that works 24/7 across your apps and the web to plan, execute, and automate real work.
Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share in the comments which AI you want me to review after this one.
If you have played with AI agents lately, you already know the real problem is not whether an agent can write something smart. The moment you connect Gmail, Slack, GitHub, Jira, or anything sensitive, you are handing over credentials, data, and permissions. A lot of agent tools feel impressive in a demo, but they are not built for security, control, or long-running workflows. That is why PokeeClaw stands out. It's a zero-setup, enterprise secure AI agent. So today I am testing PokeeClaw with one goal in mind. Can I run a 24/7 agent across my apps and the web with enterprise level security and without any local setup? One example is campaign planning. Instead of jumping between tools, I give PokeeClaw one command. Create a Q3 summer promotion plan. Pull historical data from Google Analytics and inventory from Notion. Draft a timeline and channel recommendations. Wait for my approval before drafting email sequences. It pulls context and turns that into an execution-ready plan. PokeeClaw is not just generating text. It is handling the glue work between tools, the repetitive coordination tasks that usually eat up time every single day. Additionally, the magic here is the built-in approval flow. If the agent reaches a step that needs human confirmation, you can review it before anything important happens. That means you get speed without losing control, which is exactly what most teams want from an agent in the first place. Now let's take another workflow. Imagine giving an AI access to your company's financial data. But instead of risking anything, every action is isolated, approved, and fully traceable. Prompt: process vendor records from a Google Sheet by extracting key details, flagging anomalies, and sending approval requests for anything that looks off. Then sync with Google Calendar to automatically schedule follow-ups and approval reminders so nothing gets missed. This is where PokeeClaw excels with isolated data storage and sandboxed execution, which means your company data isn't floating around in a shared pool. The work happens in a more controlled environment, and the agent only gets access to what you explicitly allow. This also connects to one of the platform's biggest practical advantages, which is long context memory. When a workflow runs across many steps or over multiple days, context is everything. You do not want the agent forgetting the campaign goals halfway through or losing track of what mattered in earlier summaries. Long context memory helps keep the workflow consistent so the output feels connected instead of fragmented. Then there is token efficiency, which matters more than people think. If you want to run agents daily, weekly, or across complex multi-step tasks, cost becomes part of the product experience. PokeeClaw emphasizes lower token usage, with a claim of around 70% lower token consumption. That matters because it makes recurring workflows more realistic from a pricing perspective, especially when compared with agents that become expensive once you scale usage. Now let's talk about the marketplace and why it matters. Instead of building everything from scratch, you can deploy official agents that already have structured workflows. You will see options like an e-commerce strategy agent and a deep research agent, plus categories for productivity and documents. The point is speed. You start with a strong template agent, then customize it to your own needs. Scheduling is another key part. PokeeClaw supports scheduled tasks, so your agent can run on a timer like a daily organizer, a weekly report reminder, or an inbox workflow. That is where it starts to feel less like a chatbot and more like a worker that keeps things moving in the background. Finally, the platform's security roadmap matters if you're thinking like a serious user or a team. Early on, it covers credential management, data isolation, secure gateways, approval workflows, and sandboxing, which already puts it a step ahead of setups like OpenClaw that are powerful but less controlled out of the box. Then the next stage adds role-based access control and an audit trail. RBAC lets you control who can do what, and audit trails let you see what happened, when, and across which tools. The kind of visibility and control you typically have to build yourself when using OpenClaw. So my takeaway is simple. PokeeClaw is not trying to win by being the flashiest chat. It is trying to be the agent you can actually trust with real work. Zero setup deployment, secure execution, approval-based control, recurring workflows, long context handling, and lower token usage all point to a more professional category of AI agents. If you want to try PokeeClaw, check the link in the description and start with one real workflow you actually need. Connect only the tools required, keep approvals on for anything sensitive, and let it run on a schedule. Once you see it execute end to end, you will understand why the security and control layers are the real story here.